Get ready for the next battle. Round one.
Alright, what are we going to see from both of these players? Round one, we are going to see Ruhid using Leroy's jabs, very good to his advantage, but Funky using the low-high mix there to catch Ruhid off guard. We're going to be playing a bit of neutral with Funky, keep finding those pokes, but Ruhid does not break the throw, unfortunately, and Funky's going to be finding a good bit of damage, pushing him towards the wall here, kind of rotating round to the balcony more now, but Ruhid finding his way back to the wall, and there Funky going to be getting another grab for 1-0. Round two, we're going to be seeing Funky keep using these lows, knowing that Lars has actually pretty good lows that can catch you off guard, despite being one of the worst characters in the game. But we are seeing FUNKYWEED just keep on battering Ruhid here, but finding his way back. But the lows keep finding their way in there, and Funky is going to be going 2-0 up and moving on to round three. We're going to be seeing a bit of neutral backstabbing from both players, but big hits from both, pushing them away. But coming towards each other now, kind of wanting to close this out, I think Funky is. Try and get himself on the board straight away there. But Ruhid using Leroy's tricky tactics to his advantage, trying to get the Ukemi there, but not quite finding it. Finding a very powerful crush there, but he's going to be swapping sides, and he's putting Funky in rage right now, finding the grab, and it is not broken for Ruhid to go on the board for 2-1 in this round. Round four, we're going to be seeing Ruhid starting off with some kicks there, but going to be finding his way in there with the jabs. You know, it is the best way to play Tekken, is the simple jabs, but Funky finding his way in there with those complex lows again, knowing Lars can be a very tricky character to counter if you don't know how. But Ruhid using the stance there, thinking it will catch Funky off guard, but unfortunately not aligning himself correctly with the wall, but going to be finding those little opportunities where Funky's gaps are, and going to be going to the final round of game one. Pushing Ruhid away there, Funky is. He's going to try and secure this as quickly as possible. Keep using as many of those tricky lows as he can. Very unreactable, some of them. But we're going to see more lows coming out from Funky. And another grab. Is we going to see the break of the balcony? I don't think so. But Ruhid just staying on the ground, knowing that most lows will miss if he's on the ground, because they are sweeping lows. But Funky just battering here on Ruhid. And he's going to be taking it. Game one for FUNKYWEED 1, Ruhid 0. Might be what he needs to secure himself one game. We're seeing both players backdashing to start, but Funk finding a way to get Ruhid onto the floor. He wants these Oki situations where he can just keep pressuring, but Ruhid using Leroy's tricky tactics to his advantage, but Funk finding him when he is in the stance. Getting the grab, not broken, unfortunately. The 1+2 breaks are unfortunately not coming out right now from Ruhid. And he just keeps battering him, but he's going to be using his staff now and finding his way in there to push Funk away, trying to get him to the wall. I think, you know, Leroy has a very good wall game, and just finding these little pokes in here now, but Funk's going to be pushing him down, not going for the mix-up there, and just going for the singular hit, but he's going to find a slow-mo hit to secure himself on the board for game two. We're going to be seeing Funk trying to catch Ruhid off guard, but doesn't quite connect, unfortunately. Still finding a bit of damage there, but we're going to be seeing Funk hitting the low, but getting hit with whatever the hell that was. I don't know what Leroy does. Very tricky character indeed. But both players playing a bit of neutral. Good blocking from both of them, but unfortunately, Funky is going to be finding himself pressured by Ruhid here. He is in rage now, which I think he will need to bring this back, as he is against the wall. Ruhid just needs one more hit, and he finds it for 1-1 in this game. Round three, Funk keeps going for those mid-hits at the start of the game. It's working very well to push Ruhid towards the corner or the wall, and trying to get himself some wall pressure there. But we'll be seeing a bit of neutral, just some pokes coming out, but Funky keeps using those low highs, and it's working very well for him. We'll be seeing, Ruhid finding in whilst Funky tries to duck there. He's going to be staying on the floor so not to get hit, but eventually he will have to use Oki and get back up. We'll be seeing Ruhid using these combinations, the mix-ups here. Very tricky, because we know Leroy is a primarily jab character that can use a lot of different mix-ups. But Funky in rage now, he's getting pushed back to the wall and doesn't quite get the mix-up. Round four, Funk using those lows to his advantage and going to be finding the simple down 4 and going to be using the grab straight after, knowing that Ruhid most likely won't break the throw. We're going to be seeing a bit of low and mid gameplay here from Ruhid, very typical of a Leroy, but Funk is going to find himself a huge combo here, getting Ruhid almost into rage, but both players are low now, and Funk is in rage. He does get the Ukemi on Ruhid, but doesn't quite get the follow-up, unfortunately. He's going to need this to get him out of this situation. Maybe a rage drive or something can come out, but I'm not punished, surprisingly, and unfortunately, Ruhid finds his way in there with a jab for FUNKYWEED, making it 1-1. Round one, what are we going to see? I think Funk might need to do some mix-ups here because Ruhid is starting to get his game plan and he's starting to understand how Funk plays. A lot of the time this is what happens, but we'll see that Funk keeps finding those lows in there. They are very unreactable. You kind of have to guess them or sidestep them if you can. But Ruhid is going to be pushed here to the wall. He's going to almost put Funky in rage. There we go, Funk is in rage, but he just keeps battering him with the mix-ups to find himself around. Round two, we're going to be seeing the low into the mid. That is going to do a decent chunk of damage, but going to be getting the staff out now to try and pressure Funk into pressing buttons, which kind of works in a way, pushing him towards the wall. But these low mids and low highs are just finding their way in there, and it's working really well for Funk, even though Ruhid is a very experienced player, and we know that. We're going to be seeing just some more neutral gameplay. Ruhid is going to be pushed to the wall, but he's going to find a nice clean pickup there. Very well done. And we're going to see against the wall. That is a good chunk of damage, but unfortunately not really a wall combo to follow up. We're going to see the grab, and that is going to take it for 1-1 in this game. Round three, both players going to start backdashing. Neither one of them really wants to approach because they both have very good keep out mechanics here, especially with Funk's lows into mids and lows into highs, but there we go, we saw usage of them there, but we're going to see Ruhid using some more of those like spring jab combinations to try and push Funk away, and he's doing a very good job of pushing himself away from the wall, but both players are in rage now. I think one of them might need to use this, especially Ruhid, but no, he manages to secure himself the way out of there without using rage. Round four, we are going to see Ruhid getting a lovely little sidestep combo, unfortunately dropping it, but going to be getting away from there. Both players kind of in the center of the stage now. Going to be pushing to the balcony with Funk. What are we going to see? This is a big combo. Very good. Almost half of Ruhid's health gone. We're just going to be seeing some jabs and some kicks in there. Definitely some of Leroy's best moves. And we're going to be seeing some more neutral gameplay, but Funk does find the pickup there. He is against the wall, which might save him because I think that would have killed if he wasn't against the wall, but he is going to be finding the mid in there to secure himself to the final round. Going to be seeing Funk going for the mix up there at the start of the game, not working as Ruhid backdashes, but we're going to be seeing both players on about even health now. Funk going for those lows, it's working really well, not using the low mix up there in silent entry, but Ruhid is finding his way in there with these jabs, and it is going to be working very well for Leroy, a primarily jabbing and kicking character, but against the wall now, doesn't quite find the wall combo, but doesn't need it. The low gets in there. But Ruhid 2, FUNKYWEED 1. On 2-1 to Funky, we're going to be going back to the same stage, one of Funky's favourites, I believe. But it's going to be finding a knockdown there, not the correct Oki pick. I don't even know if you can Oki that, but it's going to be very large chunk of damage, not finding the grab, unfortunately. But Ruhid is already in rage, and we are only 12 seconds into the round. Going to be finding some simple jabs in there from Funk, and with 15 seconds gone off the clock, FUNKYWEED takes a round. Round two, we're going to be seeing Ruhid using some more of those mix-ups, but Funk is striking back now with his low highs. They are working so well for him, but the sidestep to avoid from Ruhid is really good there. Very good usage of Leroy's sidestep mechanic, but Funk does get a knockdown and a pick-up there. We're going to be seeing Ruhid trying to pressure him, trying to finish this round off as quickly as he can, because we know that Funk's lows are very good, but we're going to be seeing the pick-up there on the whiff. And unfortunately, both players are going to be in rage, and Ruhid just keeps finding those ways in there with the jabs and the kicks to secure himself 1-1 in this game. We'll see Funky finding a small combo there. That's good damage for such a small combo, but he's going to be pushing Ruhid to the wall, depleting almost half of his HP bar, but striking back now, trying to push him away from the wall, because we know we really do not want to be against the wall in this game. But he's actually going to be finding himself in the advantage now, Ruhid, especially with the combo that has just put Funky into rage, and he finds the simple kick to put himself on set point. Ruhid wins this. He wins the entire tournament, I believe. So he's going to be using definitely a big bit of combo damage there to his advantage, pushing Funk to the wall. That's what we like to see. He is now blocking the lows. He has adapted to Funky's game plan, which is really nice to see. He keeps pushing him to the wall. He knows what he's going to do. He wants to get this wall pressure and secure this game right here. But we're going to be seeing the counter hit, I believe, there. The counter hit grab. Not quite finding it. Funky is going to be striking back with the kind of hop kick. And we're going to be seeing a lot of damage done. He's pushing Ruhid to the wall. This could be what he needs to secure it. But we're going to see a rage drive come out. We are not yet. But unfortunately, Ruhid is going to be finding a mid in there for Ruhid 3, FUNKYWEED won, and that is game.